Near the end of his life, Beethoven wrote 3 sonatas that are considered among the greatest piano sonatas ever written. In fact, they're considered among the greatest pieces of music ever written. And they're called Opus 109, Opus 110, and Opus 111. And I'm playing Opus 110 this evening. But the strange thing is that even though these are widely considered such great pieces of music, they've never reached a high level of public endorsement. They're not popular songs or popular pieces. Well, for example, they don't have nicknames like Moonlight or Appassionata. And I think the reason is because at the end of his life, Beethoven wasn't trying to be helpful to his listener. Where, for example, in that Haydn sonata, you hear the first melody and hear it over and over and over again, so you get familiar with it. Beethoven will tend to put one melody and then just go on to the next one, and you're sort of, it's hard to keep that melody in your head when you've only heard it once. For example, he begins with this beautiful melody. And then he's into the next melody. Now he does come back to that melody, and I'll speak of that in a second. Now, as I said, there's always these 2 melodies in 2 different key signatures, and the second melody is way up high in the treble. Okay. So then we come, there's no repeat, and then we come to the development section where Beethoven takes those melodies and develops them. And here we hear that first melody again. Remember that was... So the development starts off. That melody 8 straight times, and then the 9th time he's back to the original. And then we're into the rest of the piece. The second movement is very fast. That, and it has a middle section that's just very strange. What it means, maybe only Beethoven knows, but when you're Beethoven, the third movement is a slow movement, and it's marked arioso dolente. And arioso dolente means sad song. Arioso is like aria, and dolente is grieving, sad, plaintive. So there's an introduction that starts like this. But then we get to the arioso dolente, which is like this. Is a fugue. We know already a fugue is a melody that comes back over and over again, and the melody is... in the alto. And then pretty soon you'll So the first half of the fugue goes along, the melody appears in the three different voices. Then suddenly the fugue stops and we hear the arioso dolente again. This almost a sobbing quality about it. We hear the whole arioso repeated in the middle of the fugue, very unusual. And then when Beethoven returns to the fugue, he's doing unusual things. He starts by putting the melody upside down. Remember the melody? Now it should. And then he takes the melody and makes it longer. So you hear this much slower, but at the same time, he's taken the melody and speeded it up. Okay? So he's got the two of them going against each other. I don't expect anyone to follow that when it's actually played, but you can understand what's going on. And then he puts the slow melody in the left hand and the fast one in the right hand. And we get to the place where he combines everything at once. Against that melody speeded up. How he does that, and then he's into the ending. Beethoven, Sonata Opus 110.